Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Ananda Sharma, and in this video we're going to talk about how to actually glow up. Something that you guys have been asking, how do you actually glow up? Well, I believe it's two things, physically and mentally. So we're going to dive into 15 ways that we can actually glow up mentally and physically. So the first thing I love to do in the morning is get a glass of water. You know, refreshing my body from a long night of sleep is key, essential to feeling amazing and having an amazing day. So that's going to be getting a glass of water, stretching your body, doing a light workout. Definitely hydrating your body is going to be the first thing that you should do in the morning when you want to glow up and you want your day to be amazing. In the morning, you should definitely start off by having a glass of water and really taking your time. I think having a slow morning is so important. You know, don't even pick up the phone. Don't look at your phone. Put your phone down and just like embrace waking up, embrace the moment. Like, I love just waking up and looking out to the beautiful view. You know, if you have a nice view, or there's something that you love about your room, your space, definitely taking your time and build your mornings up. So then you'll start out with drinking the water, then having a nice slow routine. Another thing that also works, ever since I started doing it, I was like, wow, why have I not been doing this? So when I first wake up, I love to just go outside. Like, I'll walk the dog, I'll have my coffee, you know, outside. It doesn't have to be like, you know, rushing to Starbucks and looking at your phone and going through a checklist of everything you have to do, but just really having a slow morning, a nice, beautiful morning where you can just take your time. And, you know, if you have to wake up 2 hours before everyone else is up, then do it, because it's worth it, even if it's 30 minutes before, but really taking your time. And I think the best thing would be definitely having a slow skincare routine in the morning. So I love to sometimes throw in a face mask in the morning, and I will, you know, have my face mask on while I'm drinking my coffee. So setting your morning is definitely going to kind of affect whether you have a great day or not. So that's so important. And if you kind of start off your morning bad, it's going to take you a few hours to kind of get yourself going, and it might not be a great day and you might feel defeated. So you definitely want to set your tone in the morning. So the next thing I would say, which would be number 3, is move your body. The most important thing that you should be doing in your glow up journey is moving your body around. Moving your body helps your blood flow. It really helps with circulation and your overall health. So you don't have to go ahead and rush and go get a gym membership just to glow up. You know, it doesn't always have to be so expensive and just investing in all these products and making it seem like in order to glow up that you have to, you know, be spending so much money. It's not true. So you can basically move your body. Like, I love to just dance and listen to music and clean up and just move your body. That doesn't have to be every day. Like, oh, you know, you're dancing, you're probably not going to get the best workout, but you want to like just make sure you're moving around, getting your 10K steps in a day, making sure that you're moving your body. So moving is just so important, just to help you with anxiety, with your circulation, and your overall health. So it's not just physically, but it's a bonus that it helps physically and mentally. So number 2 would definitely have to be moving your body. Number 3 is going to be get a skincare that actually works for your skin type. Getting a cleanser, a moisturizer, and an SPF is going to be key in this process of glowing up, because you want to get a cleanser that doesn't strip the oils from your skin. You want to get a moisturizer that isn't too oily. So you really have to test it out and see which products work for your skin type. And you can also, lastly, get a SPF that is, I would say, at least 50. You could start at 30, but I think like the most effective is 50 and up, like 50 to 60. I think beyond 60, it doesn't work. I make sure you're wearing your SPF 50 or SPF 60. La Roche makes a amazing SPF that I love. I think they have a tinted one and a one that's neutral that doesn't have any color to it. So definitely wear your SPF, especially in the summer, or even if you're going outside for a little walk and you think that you're not exposed to the sunlight, that can definitely do a little damage. Just like even if you think that it's not damaging your skin, it is. It really is. Because sometimes it'll be the reason why you actually get a darker pigmentation. Let's say if you got acne, you get an acne scar because you weren't wearing SPF. But if you were wearing SPF, you wouldn't have a acne scar. So little things like that, just being very mindful that you're really protecting your skin. Just make sure that you have a great skin routine to make sure you feel great when you wake up, you look great, and you feel great to start your day off. Having a great nighttime routine as well as a morning skincare routine is going to be so important, and do not skip this part of your glow up routine. So next is going to be number 4, which is hydration. I don't know how you can go a whole day without drinking water or hydrating yourself. If you don't like water, have a lot of fruits, have a lot of vegetables, but you do need water. I hate to break it to you, but you do need water in your day. But if you can have like 4 bottles of water throughout the day, 3 bottles of water throughout the day, that's going to be amazing. If you can't do 3, you can have 2 bottles of water, and then you can have like a lot of fruits or a lot of vegetables, but just staying hydrated, because hydration is so crazy because it makes you look great because you're glowing. It makes your energy instantly glow. Like, it's amazing. It really works. And then the last one is it helps with your digestion. So I would say it's so important to have your bottle of water everywhere. Like, if you have to put water like in your office, in your bedroom, in your kitchen, like just to remind yourself, hey, it's time to have a glass of water, go ahead and do that, because whatever works. Like when I'm recording hours and hours, like I'll have a bottle of water. Like I'll have my bottle of water right next to me. So I'm telling you, take this as your cue to go and drink a bottle of water right now. Well, after this video. A big part of my glow up journey, which is so crucial, is nourishing your body. Like, we rush our lives. We rush it. Like if we have kids, more stressful job, right? We sometimes neglect what we eat, and we usually go to our comfort food. Like we'll have, pizza or like cake or something that, comforts us. So stepping away from that and making sure that you prep your meals and making sure that you have stuff that are healthy in the house is going to help you so much in your glow up journey. Like I have stopped buying chips and a bunch of junk food. Like I will sometimes buy junk food, but it's not going to be like consistently, like every time I go to the grocery store, there goes a bag of chips or candy or chocolate. I want to just make sure that you're actually nourishing your body. Like when I eat, I try to eat consciously. I think that's so crucial, but I don't hear this a lot in glow up videos. So I'm just telling you this as a key reminder that take your time, eat your vegetables, eat your fruits, and eat the things that's actually going to give you real energy. You could lay off having the 3rd cup of coffee or the matcha, even though matcha is kind of healthy, but you can still like just make healthy switches, and it doesn't have to be overnight. It can be gradually. Adding more salads to your diet. I like to have soup, so I remember, okay, I'll have more soup, more salad, more smoothie. And a little tip that I like to do to just make sure that I'm having my nourishing food, really big on meal prepping. So meal prepping on the weekend, also helping yourself stay on track and making sure that you're not, trying to rush out of hunger and just have something quick. Like we love fast food, or we just order some DoorDash and stuff. So just make sure that you're actually taking your time and don't rush and just like eat everything off of your plate, but take your time, enjoy the meal, and have some gratitude. I just spent my whole weekend decluttering, and I can tell you it is a workout. So maybe you might be able to work out when you are decluttering your closet, because if you're a girl, then you know. And I say if you haven't worn it in like a year, it might be time to just, get rid of it. Go ahead and declutter your space, because not only is it great to like donate the stuff that you don't need, but it's great because it helps you give yourself a fresh mind. And a clean space is definitely a fresh mind and a clear mind. So I would say definitely clear your desk, your drawers, your closet, your kitchen cabinets. Just clean all of that in, and you can definitely think clearly. And you don't have to be that girl running around the house not knowing where a pen is. So don't be like that in 2026. So let's get our life in order and let's declutter. Number 7 is setting your goals. If you don't set any goal throughout the whole year, you're going to feel a little stagnant, going to lack direction. So you want to avoid that confusion and that, lack of purpose. So you want to set your goals, and not just, I want to glow up this year, but I want to read 2 books. I want to start journaling. I want to work on 2 skills that is really important to me. And you don't want to just put it out. You want to be concrete, specific, and you want to track it. You need to track the goals like every week, every 2 weeks, until you really reach those goals and you're satisfied with where you are. But definitely keep notes, track them, and see, have you really improved? Have you really reached those goals? Do they need a little tweaking? Do you need to add another month or so? So make sure that your year is set with intention, is set with goal settings. Another thing which you guys know I love is journaling. I love to journal because I feel like when you journal, it brings so much clarity into your life, because you're journaling, you're reflecting, and you're starting to see like the patterns when you journal, and you're really starting to understand at another level. And then when you understand, you can change your behavior, or you can change the habit, or you can, it can bring out something beautiful from journaling. So I feel like journaling is so important. And you guys know that I always talk about journaling, how, it's so important to journal because it's part of like your self improvement, and it's great for your mental health. So even if you do 1 page a day, even if you do 2 pages a day, you'll slowly start to see that the momentum builds. You become so much lighter when you journal, and maybe that next day you would have been a little more snappy or a little confused, or just, feeling depressed or down, and you wake up, you feel clarity, and, you're ready to take on your day without any baggage. So it's important to journal, and that's an amazing habit for that glow up. The next thing that's so important is going to be practicing gratitude. Like, you should go to bed and say something that you're grateful for. Even when everything is bad, the one thing you could do is show love to yourself by being grateful for something that's amazing in your life. If you have kids, I like to say, everything might have gone bad in the day, but the best thing of my day is my child, Or you could say, I am not having an amazing day, but I'm grateful that I have a roof over my head. Just be grateful, because there's always one that's less fortunate. So it's so important, because you feel so much better and you feel like life is really, beautiful, and life is amazing because you do have something. When you really show appreciation to them, you're able to kind of see new things come into your life. You're able to accept new growth, because when you're ungrateful, it's like a domino effect, right? You're ungrateful, so you're angry, or you're upset, or you're depressed, like you feel, down about things. So it's hard for you to really work towards bringing in better things into your life because of your mood in some cases. So it's so important to practice gratitude to be at peace and really be appreciative. Because when you do have $1 million, right, you don't want to be like, well, I'm ungrateful because I don't have 2 million. So always be grateful of what you have, because it can easily be ripped away. It's so important to pick a skill to learn and master, whether it's cooking. Like, I like to bake and learn new ways to bake and new ways to cook stuff. So if it's that, or if it's learning a new language, or it's a new hobby, pick a skill, master it, and that feeling that you get is very fulfilling. It's very rewarding to feel like, okay, I've conquered it. Now I can speak a new language. Now I know a new skill that I can add and get paid for. So just pick a skill and, master it. Go in on the weekends, learn how to do it, time after work if you're working. But just pick a skill, master it, and you will feel unstoppable. So number 11 is definitely going to have to be assert healthy boundaries. Protect your peace. Don't apologize for saying no. Keep your boundaries up, and keeping your boundaries up is a very attractive trait. So having your boundaries strong, knowing not to bend, and knowing not to say maybe. No, there's no maybe. It's just a no. There's no explanation why. And if, someone questions you on your boundary, you don't have to answer them. You don't have to look their way. You don't even have to talk to them. So just make sure that you set your boundaries and you stick to it. You'll be so surprised how attractive it can be to be that person that might not say yes. So make sure that you always pick when you say yes and when you say no. Because if you're always going to say yes, then there's no mystery and there's no attraction, because it's like they know, okay, that's the person that I go to when I want something, when I need something, because they always say yes. But if you sometimes say yes and sometimes say no, that becomes a more attractive trait. But make sure the stuff that you truly believe is a no always remains a no, and don't bend on it. So make sure you keep your boundaries up. Next thing, of course, is going to be part of the physical, which is upgrading your wardrobe. A nice wardrobe elevates you. It makes you feel great. You're able to really see yourself in that glowing state. Even if you don't mentally feel like you glowed up, if you elevate your outer appearance, it slowly starts to match. You start to act and walk in a room that tone that you want to walk in. So just find something that you're comfortable in. Buy the clothes that you can put your shoulders back and walk into a room with your head up and you feel confident. That's the outfit that you should wear. And you should probably get rid of like the sweatpants, or just have like 2 or 3 around for the days that it's extremely cold. But try to wear monochromatics or colors that really look good on you. And you can kind of research that. Do some research on what colors match your skin tone. This is so important of your glow up journey, is to really take care of your mental health. If you take care of your mental health, you'll really be able to take on your day, wake up out of bed, not be like just forcing yourself to do the things that's on your list. You'll be in a more clear space. So I am definitely an advocate for mental health. Since my background is in mental health, I definitely always advocate for mental health. Just talk to a therapist. You'll be so surprised by how you feel after the conversation. You'll feel so much better. Ways that you can take care of your mental health is doing the things that you loved. And sometimes it's doing the things you loved when you were a kid. If you can go all the way back there, or you can, spend time with the loved ones, have a great conversation with loved ones, spend quality time with loved ones, get therapy. So there's so many different ways that you can feel great, because your emotions should definitely be part of your glow up journey. You should be that girl that's always happy or always content, but just, in a positive spirit. You shouldn't be grumpy and, mean. And just remember that your mental health is so crucial. and you deserve to be happy. It's so crucial to make sure that your environment is welcoming sleep. So make sure the lights are off. Make sure you have your phone in the next room if you have to, which is so hard to do, but do it. And make sure that you get more sleep, because sleep is more energy and clearer thinking. And lastly is celebrating small wins. Yes, big or small. You finished a workout, celebrate it. You read a chapter, celebrate it. You finished something that you said you wanted to do, just celebrate it. Progress is progress, no matter how big or small it is. So celebrate those small wins, and that's going to make you feel so amazing, because you're going to be like, well, if I can achieve this, then I can achieve that, then I can do this. So even if it's me crossing out like 5 things in my to-do list for the day, I will celebrate it. I won't go out and splurge like on something just because I did that, but you reasonably celebrate it. That's it. 15 ways to actually glow up mentally and physically and be the best version of yourself. Don't forget to be kind along the way. Glow up isn't an overnight process, and it's not a jump to the finish line, but it is a journey. So don't forget to be kind to yourself. If you like videos like this, make sure you like, save, and comment below, and don't forget to share.